Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of La Verdad Sana. I am your host, Nicole Diaz, and thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening to me. I know that I've been MIA for a bit, and I didn't record an episode last week. Um, I think there were just a lot of things going on at that very moment that I felt that I wasn't ready to record an episode. But on another note, I did want to share with you guys something very special. And it is that today is March 4th, and my birthday is in 4 days. And I'm officially turning 27. And it sounds crazy, but it's also very reflective to me because I thought about it earlier and I have been thinking about it for a couple months now. And it's like, damn, I'm like 3 years away from being 30. And it sounds crazy, but you know, I've just thought of all the things I've gone through in life and how far I've came in life and how proud I am and thankful I am to myself for still having good intentions, still having a clean heart, but more than anything, staying genuine to myself. And I think 3 years ago, me would have not imagined how far I've came and who I am today. And I think 3 years ago, me would have felt so much relief if she just knew where I stand today in life and how far I'm still going in life. I think that there's still a lot of things that I need to learn, but I know that 3 years ago me was living on survival mode, and also 3 years ago me was living on a surface level. I don't think I had a purpose to live. I don't think I would have imagined myself to have a podcast. I don't think I would have imagined myself to have the strength to leave the toxic environments that I was in. I don't think that I would be this confident enough to record myself, and to kind of accomplish my goals and my dreams as of right now. And I still have a lot of things to accomplish. I still have a lot of dreams and goals to achieve. But as of right now, I can say that I'm very proud of how far I've came in life. And I think that sometimes we forget to do that. Sometimes we forget to look back and see, dang, like I really made it. I'm really still here, and I'm still a good kinded person, like no matter how bad life has been, no matter how shitty people have treated you, like you're still a genuine good person with a kind heart. You're not seeking revenge. You're not looking who to fuck over next. You're not looking um who to like hurt or to, you know, who to steal from their peace, or you're just at peace yourself. And I think that has been something very kind of amazing to see in myself, that no matter how much pain I was in 3 years ago, no matter how much life took away from me 3 years ago, I'm still here. And honestly, I was talking to my sister-in-law earlier and I was telling her, like, dude, like, I can't believe that like I'm turning 27. I can't believe like how things have changed in my life, and I can't believe that I'm still standing, and I can't believe that I don't feel like I'm on survival mode anymore. because for a really long time I felt that way. I was afraid to smile. I was afraid to have fun. I was afraid to like be happy because of so much trauma that I carried with me for a long time, of so much baggages of unhealthy relationships, unhealthy, situations, or I was just too scared to live. I was just too scared to live, and I was just too scared to be happy. I was scared to even laugh because of how hurt and broken I was. But I never lost hope. I never lost hope and I never gave up on myself. Was it painful? It was painful as hell. Do I regret um the things I've gone through or the situations I've put myself in? No, I don't, because all those things, all that pain, all those misunderstandings, all the endings, all the setbacks have helped me become who I am today, and who I'm still becoming, and who I'm learning to be. And I think it takes a lot for a person to actually, kind of see that. Um, because for a long time, like, I was so broken. I was so broken, and I would always question, like, why me? Why this? Why does this person have to fuck me over? Why did my mom have to pass away? Why did things end the way they did? Why couldn't this relationship continue? Or why, like, why me? Why do I keep going through pain? Why, God? Like, why do you keep putting me through these situations? Or like, why don't you just let me breathe? And it finally dawned on me where it's like, okay, stop asking why. Just find your purpose. Stop holding on to so much shit. Just live. Let shit fucking go. Stop dwelling on the pain. Stop dwelling on the past, like, will not get better for you for as long as you keep holding on to the negative shit in your life. And I can say that from experience, because I used my pain at a certain point to stay unhappy. I kept using it as an excuse as of why I kept pushing people away, why I could never um smile or be happy, why I couldn't enjoy life, or why I couldn't enjoy the people around me. I kept using it as an excuse to be an asshole and a negative Nancy all the damn time. And I kept victimizing myself, thinking that it was a valid reason. But in reality, it wasn't. In reality, I was just living on a surface level. And I mean that spiritually. Like, I really feel that I didn't see over the fence. I didn't see what life had in store for me. I didn't see, because I kept being negative about shit, because I kept making excuses for myself. And I think that right now, I'm at a place where I can say I'm at peace. Is there still things that I need to work on myself? Yes. Is there still things that I need to heal from? Yes. Am I perfect? I'm never going to be perfect. But I can genuinely say that my heart and my mind are at peace, because I'm not going around fucking over people. I'm not going around hurting other people. I'm not going around manipulating other people. I'm not going around, you know, causing other people pain. I'm staying genuine and authentic to myself and to my purpose. And I was also thinking, dude, like, I was born on March 8th. And March 8th is known to be Women's International Day. And before I never saw it, but now I see it as like fuck, like maybe my life, my testimony can help somebody out there. Another person, another woman that might be going through the same similar situation, or another person that might be going through pain, and that just wants to become fucking evil and say, you know what, fuck everybody, fuck this, fuck that. But honestly, from the other side, I can say like it's really not going to bring any joy or any good into your life at all. The crazy part is that it took me a long time to realize that, but I feel like I can now see it. I wanted to share this letter that I wrote to myself on February 6th of 2023. And it says, "Thank you for leaving that toxic relationship. It no longer serves you, and that person served their mission in your life, taught you how to love yourself, and to remember that your healing journey may have came with a lot of pain, but look how far you are in life now. Now you know what you want in a future relationship, which is honesty, trust, love, but overall person that is willing to go that extra mile and over and beyond to see you happy and be loved." It says, "Never settle for less." It's crazy. It's crazy because I never thought that I would actually go through with my plans, I never thought I would actually go through with my dreams or my goals. And seeing it now is like, damn, like I actually did it. I know that I don't have 1,000 followers. I don't have 1 million followers, and I'm just a small content creator who's just starting. But the fact that I actually did it, the fact that I actually got out of my comfort zone, and the fact that I'm speaking to you guys now is just like, I wouldn't have imagined like myself doing it. And maybe I was hopeful at the time that I wrote this letter, but I can't believe that I actually pushed through with my plans. I think a lot of the times when we go through so much shit in life, we just stay like on survival mode, and it's really hard to get out of it. It's really hard to kind of see or kind of imagine that there is a good side to life, or kind of imagine like, what does the other side look like? I think what kind of kept me going and had me kind of push through was listening to others people's stories, listening to what others have gone through, listening to other people's pain, to kind of realize like, fuck, like you're not the only one going through shit. There's somebody that's probably going through something worse. There's people that are dying from a sickness. There's people that have gone through worse situations than you have, or even similar situations than what you're going through. And they're probably the nicest people you will ever meet. You know, the most patient person, the most humble person that you will ever meet. And they're literally going through the same thing that you went through, that or that you're going through. And it's like, fuck, like how how are you at peace? And I think that's what kind of flicked the switch in me, like listening to other people's stories and listening to other people's testimonies. And some of them are successful people, some of them are like really good people that everybody loves to be around or loves their aura. And I think that's what kind of like gave me hope. I wanted to be grounded. I just didn't know how to. I wanted to be my authentic self, and be surrounded by good people. And I think once I stopped being so negative about shit all the time, that's when I started kind of realize like fuck, like I do have good people around me. I do have like genuine friends, genuine coworkers like who have good hearts and you know who have gone through some hard shit and they're really good people, and I'm very thankful for their existence. I'm very thankful for the people who have came in my life and who are still in my life and who have sticked around, you know. But overall, I'm thankful to myself for having enough guts to change and to become who I am now, and for pushing through and for being a good person. Honestly, like it's hard sometimes, recording these episodes. It's hard because like I know what I'm going to talk about and I know where I'm trying to go with the message, but I just want to say like I see people around me or in my life that are living on a surface level, and I don't judge them. I don't judge them because I was there at one point, and there's people that I truly care for and I love that are living in that surface level, and they're just in their own little world. I've also learned that we can't force anybody to change and that we can't help anybody who doesn't want to be helped. We can't, you know, expect people to change because we want them to change. We can't expect people to find their purpose or be happy if they don't genuinely want it from the bottom of their heart. Sometimes it's best to kind of just let them be who they want to be, or eventually if life and God and themselves want that change or need that change, they'll be able to find their purpose, or they will be able to, you know, see the wrong that they're doing to themselves and to others. But honestly, change has to come from the inside. Change really has to come from the inside. More than anything, from your heart and your mind. I think that took me a lot to understand and to learn. And what I can say as of right now, it took so much pain, so much trauma, so much violence, so much anger, so much hate, and so much, you know, chaos in my life to be at peace and to be where I'm at now. And it's not easy. For other people, it might be easier, but I want to talk from my perspective. I want to talk from how I've dealt with pain, or how I've came to where I'm at now. And honestly, I can say that it's been hard, it's been hard, and but I'm also grateful to be where I'm at now. Sometimes I wish that I can write a book or even a movie of my own life so people can see all the chaos, because I feel like on social media and everywhere else, like everybody talks about the beauty of healing, or how beautiful it is to be at peace, and how peaceful it feels to be where you're at in life when you're at peace, or when you're living in your purpose, But they don't talk about the ugly. They don't talk about how painful it is to be there. They don't talk of how many times you genuinely want to give up and just drop the ball. You just want to give up and be like, you know what, fuck this, like I'm done. And you have to be very, very, very strong minded to be able to be at peace. Thinking about this letter that I wrote 3 years ago is crazy, because I honestly thought that that person that I had wrote that letter about, he was gonna change. And I really thought that, fuck, like, he's gonna see the shit that he's doing, or the pain that he's causing me, Because we always have that hope. As women, we always have that hope that, or even, I wanna say as men, we always, I don't wanna say we because I'm not a man, but, as humans, we always have hope that our significant other, or our partners, might kind of snap out of their toxic traits and try and become better for one another. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying that there's people out there that won't change, because there's a possibility for everything. But I think both parties have to be at peace and kind of, find their rhythm together. Some people, unfortunately, they don't change. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you hope, no matter how much you pray. Like, if that person genuinely doesn't want to change from the bottom of their heart, they're not going to do it. And I think I was in so much pain at that very moment, because I really truly wanted that person to be the person in my life, But like I wrote there, he served his mission in my life. And I thank myself for letting go, because I feel like if I would have never let go, then I would probably not be where I'm at now. I would not have met the people that I know now. I would not be around the people I am around now, and have made beautiful connections and beautiful friendships, or I would probably, be stuck in life. Sometimes it's hard to let go. Sometimes it's hard to accept things for how they are, or people for who they are. Sometimes it's hard to, just release what no longer has a purpose in your life, or what the people that no longer have a purpose in your life. But I think that you yourself have to get tired. Because no matter how much, other people around you see what you're going through and the pain you're going through, and they tell you, like, let that person go, just let it go, let it be, just focus on yourself, just love yourself and just be yourself and stop trying to please all these people around you. Like, you won't listen. Trust me, and I'm speaking from experience, you won't listen and it won't work. And no matter how much people try to get you away from that person or that toxic relationship or that toxic connection, you won't listen until you're fucking tired of it, until you have said, you know what, enough. I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of going through this pain. I'm tired of tolerating. I'm tired of belittling myself. I'm tired of, you know, dragging my freaking boundaries through the floor and not loving myself for who I am, or, you know, until you feel that you deserve something better, until you genuinely want something better for your life, that's when you're gonna learn to let go of shit that no longer has a purpose in your life, or people who no longer have a purpose in your life. That's when you're genuinely gonna be like, okay, fuck, like, no, yeah, okay, snap the fuck out of it. I deserve better. Is until you're tired. And I'm speaking from experience. And trust me, sometimes letting go is the most painful shit you can ever do. Sometimes, you know, forgiving is the most painful shit you can do. And I know it sounds fucking stupid when people say, like, oh, just forgive them for yourself, or forgive them and forget. It fucking hurts like a bitch. It fucking hurts like a bitch, and it's fucking irritating, and it would irk me when I would hear that phrase, or when I would hear people like say, forgive them, like, fuck them, this or that. But now I can truly say, like, fuck, like, they were right. It's not for them. It's not for them. It's for yourself. It's not for them to be like happy. It's not for you to kind of be like, oh, you're the one that kind of put your head down, or you're the one that twisted your arm. No, it's for yourself. It's for you to be free. It's for you to find your purpose. And I think everything has a purpose in your life. Everything has a purpose in your life. Every person that comes into your life has a purpose in your life. We just have to understand to know when to let go, or when to, finally set ourselves free, or to understand when enough is enough. I think I can say I'm happy where I'm at right now in life. I'm grateful for who I am now, and I can say that I have a clean heart, and I can say that I can sleep in peace. I can say that I have done good things in life, and that I'm happy where I'm at as of right now. And I can say that I deserve so much good things in life, and I'm open to receive all the good things that life has in store for me. I can say that I can welcome all the blessings that I know that are coming my way, and I'm at peace with life and with myself, and I'm open to receiving all the blessings in life and all the love in life that I know that I am worth receiving. And I just want to say thank you guys for being with me here again. Never lose hope, and always love yourself throughout whatever process you're going through, whatever situation you're going through. Never give up. There's always a beautiful side. There's always an end to the chaos. Just keep pushing through. Keep pushing through and learn to let go what no longer has a purpose in your life. Peace feels beautiful, but it does come with a lot of chaos and craziness. So don't lose hope. Maybe you're pushed through, or maybe you're just this close to being at peace. You're probably this close to receiving all the blessings life has for you. But don't give up. Don't give up on yourself, and always stay true and authentic to yourself. Always make sure you can sleep at peace, knowing you did the right thing and knowing that you're a good person. And with that, I'm ending this podcast today. So thank you guys for listening and staying tuned. I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening to me again. This is your host, Nicole Diaz from La Verdad Sana podcast.